quiet.
Welcome to the Powertrip podcast live. You're now tuned in to Thursday evening chat with your host
Charmaine
and Saquon.
Hello, and welcome to you all. For those of you who are new, welcome to the channel, and for those of you who are OGs, welcome back.
Welcome, people.
Every Thursday evening, we get together to discuss topics surrounding family, community, and relationships. And we have three main important goals. Our first goal is to strengthen communication skills within our community. Our second goal is to expand our perspective so that we can all gain a greater perspective. And our third and most important goal is that we want to continue to build exceptional families that will uplift the world around us.
Yes.
So with that being said, hello. And thank you guys for joining.
Yes. Thank you all for joining. Hope everybody's day is going well so far.
Yes, same. All right. You guys know what we're going to do. We're about to send out the text really quick. All righty. And then we'll get the show on the road.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as people come in, we haven't really talked about it, and we don't usually talk about it. Do you have any New Year's resolutions or anything?
Hey, doll.
What's up, Maju?
Actually, I really didn't make any New Year resolutions. My goal always is to, better myself. So it's not really something that I thought about for like this year, something that I want to change. For me, it's just continuing to grow, learn, and, the goals that we have set out for ourselves, just to move forward with those. But I haven't really sat down and made any New Year resolutions. Hey, thank you, doll.
Thank you. I'll say same.
Yeah, you don't have any?
Nah. Have you, Majid? Have you set any New Year's resolutions, or you don't go by that like us? We don't usually go by it, but I just wanted to get some insight from you guys.
Yeah, and you too, Biz.
Yeah, what's up, Janae? You got any resolutions? For myself,
G.
What's up, G? For myself, I don't have too many resolutions. I do look forward to, being a dad. Just making sure our family goes smooth, and just making sure this first year with that is great.
Yeah, no, I agree. And yeah, to me, it's not like really a New Year resolution. I mean, she's coming early in the year, but it's just like what our plan is regardless. So
exactly. But how's everything going with you guys, Janae? How's everything going with you, G? Well, shoot, it's been a while. We haven't talked to anybody.
I know, we haven't been on the podcast in a while. A lot has happened since the last time we've been on the podcast. All right, Mommy says, yes, more self-care and being a better, more loving person.
Nice.
That is wonderful.
Yes. Like to hear that. So, as we're getting more people rolling in slowly, you want to tell them what the topic for today would be?
Alrighty. So today's topic, we kind of discussed a little bit about like clothing, and we were talking about it in the sense of like children and should, young girls wear bikinis and things like that. But today it's more so about like while you're in a relationship, and should your partner be able to tell you what things to and to not wear? And especially if they tell you not to wear these things, should they be looking at other people who are dressed that way that they don't want you to be dressed? So, for example, some people get into relationships and then they're, hey, Mama J, hey, Papa J.
What's up, Mommy and Irvin?
Some people get into relationships and their significant other don't want them dressing as revealing anymore or showing, as much skin. But, sometimes you hear from women, especially, that the man is still looking at other women who dress that way, but they just don't want them to dress that way. So we do have a write-in that we're going to read about kind of that subject, and then we'll discuss from there. Let's see. G says they should know what not to wear. It's a respect thing for me both ways.
Okay,
I like
okay,
that
okay.
answer. I like that.
Stick with us, G. Stick with us, G, because we might have some questions for you, even though because you feel that way. Yeah, so that's gonna be the topic. You think we should just jump into it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me pull it up if I can find it. All right. The title of this says, "My boyfriend doesn't let me wear revealing clothes outside, but he looks at girls who do." Hi, everyone. As the title suggests, my boyfriend doesn't like it when I wear revealing clothes outside, especially if he's not going to be accompanying me. He says it's because he doesn't like it when other guys stare at me when I wear such outfits. These include halter tops, crop tops, and gym shorts. I'm not very happy about it, but I follow his advice anyway. I'm just getting frustrated because I know he also stares at girls who dress revealing while outside. If he's going to look at people who dress like that, what makes him think that other guys can't look when I dress like that too? On the other hand, I think that he says that because he knows what men can do and he doesn't want me to have to be subjected to those looks. Should I confront my boyfriend about this? I have told him about his wandering eye habits before, but I've never mentioned my unhappiness with the dressing rules. Or do you think he means well?
Interesting. So you guys write your thoughts below, and then we'll jump in with what we think. You want to start off?
Before we start off and people get their opinions, I want y'all to answer the question as far as, do you think he means well first? Do you think he means well?
I mean, I'm not going to just say no. I think he could mean well.
Okay.
She didn't really say too much about his perspective.
True.
On, what he's saying. She's saying her own thoughts on why she thinks he may not want her to dress this way.
Right.
Because he knows what other guys can do. And, and that is true. Like, men can be, hey, Camille Star.
What's up, Camille?
Men can be predators. And so as, someone who you're in a relationship with, husband, boyfriend, whatever, their job, they would want to protect you and make sure that, you're not subject to those things.
Right.
So I won't say no, that I don't think it's coming from bad intent. I'm not going to say that. I don't really know from his side. Mm-hmm. The only thing that gets me is that wandering eye of his.
Okay.
What do you think?
As far as him meaning well, mm-hmm. I agree. He can mean well. Mm-hmm. Are there possibilities that the thought may be surrounding other feelings? Possibly. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that. Yeah, I really don't think that there's necessarily a bad intent behind him saying it.
Okay, gotcha.
As you know, the wandering eye is a problem, though.
Indeed.
Yes. So, as far as answering the question, my mom says that she actually do.
She thinks it's good intentions.
Yeah, she does think it's good intentions. Okay. So, which way you want to go with that?
So, well, I asked what their opinions were, but you said before they answered that.
Oh, their opinions overall.
Yeah. So, just from her, what she's saying. So, basically, he doesn't like her wearing halter tops, crop tops, and what was the other thing?
Halter tops, crop tops, and gym shorts.
Did she say exactly? He says, he did say. He said it's because he doesn't like when other guys stare at me when I wear such outfits. So, excuse me. So my thing with that is, I do like what G said earlier. I do think it's a big thing about respect. So when you are single or in a relationship, I think there's a certain type of like value system that you have for yourself and a certain type of respect, like self-respect that you carry yourself with. So a lot of people, you know, when they're single, they are trying to attract the opposite sex or attract who they're, you know, wanting to date. And so they may dress a little bit more scandalous, risque. And because in our society, that's what draws people in or catches people's eye.
And what's said to be feminine.
Right. And that's not always the case. You don't have to dress like that in order to attract someone. So, but that is what people do. So then it's like once you get into a relationship, then you're with someone. So there's like your boundaries and that respect level changes, not your self-respect, but the respect that you have for the person you're with.
Right.
You know, that changes kind of how you should present yourself.
Right.
So I think it's tough because in my mind, part of it's like, well, that's how you started dating with her dressing that way. That's what attracted you to her. So now that you're with her, you're going to tell her to change. But then the other side of me is like, well, for one, I think it's just about self-respect for yourself. And, you know, you don't want to reveal everything to everybody. You shouldn't want everybody to know what you're working with. But it's also like now that we're in this relationship, we're working this relationship together. So I need to respect your point of view and your values the same way I expect you to respect mine. And so this is, if you're uncomfortable wearing this, I feel like we should be able to have the conversation and I should be able to respect that. Okay, you know, this is probably something that's inappropriate.
Right. I agree. Especially if you met them like that, you know, it's kind of hard to ask somebody not to do something that you met them as. I think it's a growth thing too.
Yeah.
You know, because how we say basically is society kind of push stuff on you, especially if your parents don't raise you to be a certain type of way. I guess you'll have this society pull on you to dress a certain type of way and things like that. So I definitely think it's a growth thing. I think it's tough though with them having the conversation, especially today. I feel like some people might not know how to express themselves on the male side, right? But then on the other side, so many women automatically think that the man is insecure because he doesn't want such a thing.
Insecure, controlling, yeah.
That's what's said. That is
definitely
what comes with it.
And I think like part of it, and G says shaking my head. G, why are you shaking your head? I think part of it comes to the reaction. So not everybody has great communication skills, and you know we're all about bettering communication so that, you know, families, relationships can flourish. So sometimes if a man comes to you and he's expressing how he feels, but it's more so anger and like, no, you're not going to wear that. I don't want you wearing that because other guys are going to be looking at you and da 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 da. It comes off in a way to where it's like
you're worried about other people.
Yeah, you're worried about what other people are, how other people are looking at me, and it's like you're trying to control what I'm wearing.
Right.
So, and it's sometimes about the way that it's brought and how the communication is. But you did point out, well, you didn't say it now, but when we were talking earlier, you pointed out something that she said. She said he has a wandering eye and he looks at other women who dress that way. So why does he feel, what did she say exactly?
So why does he, let me get the words.
So like, why can't other men look at me?
Yeah.
And so I think that's also like goes to intention. Are you wearing this type of outfit so that you can attract the attention of other people?
Right.
And I think that, you know, begs a problem. Like if you're in a relationship, your goal should not be to attract the attention of other people.
True.
So I think, you know, kind of back to what you were saying, like, yeah, in society, it's I think a lot of things are society driven.
Yeah.
So you do have the pushback because it's like no one wants to be controlled. No one wants to feel like I'm your child.
Right,
like
right.
you dress your child, you don't dress me. Like that's the notion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think if it comes off, if the communication comes off better to where you're saying, all right, I just, I want to have a talk with you because I feel uncomfortable when you wear these outfits because of X, Y, and Z, and we actually can have a good conversation, dialogue about it, then it may go better. Some people still are going to just be like, listen, brother.
Well, it shouldn't make you feel uncomfortable.
Yes, my body, my clothes, whatever.
So let's see. G says, what the world's coming to, like songs, social media, how men and women post pictures, it's just all pornography.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's crazy that you say that, G. So we was getting into that earlier when we started talking about the crop top and things like that.
Belly shirts. And
we was talking about crop tops and belly shirts and things like that. And we pulled up some pictures, and I was telling her how some crop, not all, but not some crop tops and belly shirts, they're nothing but a bra. It's just a bra with a little bit more cloth. That's it.
Yeah. Hi, Aunt Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
And she says that she agrees with G. Everyone is so exposed.
Yes.
We live in a hypersexualized world, and it's become the norm to dress in that way. And it's like, and it's so hard because, okay, well, it's not hard, but they make the argument in a way to where it's like you can understand the other side.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay, well, women shouldn't, no. So like people like Amber Rose or, like Slut Walk, that type of movement would say things like, well, we should be able to dress however we want. It's not our job to control how a man reacts to how we're dressing. And that makes logical sense. Like you should be able to technically, wear things and it not be viewed in such a sexualized way, or shouldn't, make you more likely to be attacked, by somebody. However, in the world we live in, we understand that the only person you really can control is yourself.
True.
And not to say that if you're fully clothed from head to toe, that something bad can't happen to you. But the likelihood is if you are dressed in a certain type of way, you're going to gain a certain type of attention. And that's going to put you at a higher risk of somebody, perverted or malicious doing something to you.
Sometimes
and not to say that it's right.
Yeah, sometimes it's not even that. You have things like catcalling and, just harassment sometimes that, just unnecessary that a woman shouldn't have to go through. And a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times she does receive that based off the way that she carries herself.
Right. So I do think I can understand why they're saying, oh, well, this shouldn't happen. However, like I said, self-respect and like how you value yourself and what your value system is, like you should not want everything on display. Some things I feel like should be sacred and should be, what you just keep for your significant other.
Right.
Not the whole world shouldn't know what you got going on.
Right.
Hi, Latana.
What's up, Latana?
How are you?
It's been a long time.
I know. I hope you're doing well.
Yes.
But yeah. So, alrighty. Now, what do you think about him with his wandering eye? So so what do you guys think about this? So when a man says, I don't want you dressing this type of way because I don't want other men looking at you, but you constantly see him looking at women who dress that way. What do you guys think about that? And what do you think about that, hon?
So my opinion of that is I'm not going to say that it's correct because I don't believe that that's correct. What I will say is kind of how we sitting here saying like how women should have that respect for themselves and everything like that. I think when they start pushing the line on certain things that starts becoming a certain way or can be taken a certain way, even if that wasn't your intention. Mm-hmm. When you start kind of crossing that line, I think it's meant. I think certain things was made to attract the eye.
Of course.
in that way.
Right.
And like I'm saying, I don't think that is right that he's doing it, but I do think that if sometime when you have a woman that passed by that is dressed in these certain type of things that was made to catch an eye, then it might catch his eye. He should learn how to control himself and not be doing this all the time. But it's been times like that with us, and not even revealing clothes where you said, dang, she got a big butt. Like, but for real, like all jokes aside.
Like there's gonna be certain things that people wear that will catch everybody's attention, no matter male or female.
That's what I'm saying.
Or the style of clothes that they're wearing and stuff.
Right. G says, to be honest, men, if another man looking at your spouse is something that he likes or see, you can look, but don't touch, buddy.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, that's true. That's basically all it is. It's like he likes something that he's seeing. You can look, but don't touch. And I think it's kind of like that with the wandering eye thing. Don't look. I mean, if you look, you don't pursue something like that. And you need to control yourself where that is not like something that is has a hold on you, I guess.
I think the problem is because, like we just said, like there's certain things that we'll both notice,
right?
And it's not that I think you're like if you point something out or if I point something out, it's not like I'm like attracted to that or anything. But it's like, hun, you see how like she was wearing that or whatever, like because it catches your eye. But I think the problem is like with the wandering eye is like somebody passes by and you're breaking your neck.
Yeah.
You're making it super obvious that you're checking somebody out. And so
that's okay. There you go with the wandering eye. That's the better way to put it. Checking somebody out.
Like, yeah, then you're making it known. And so for your significant other, they're going to feel some type of way.
Right.
Because you're telling me this is not how you want me to dress. But then I know this is your attraction because you're staring at all these women who dress this way.
But that's a false attraction. It's society pushed it.
But you're still attracted. It's still something but arouse you or turn you on, or somebody that if we weren't together, you might try to approach.
Yeah, but you know how even men say, lady in the street, freak in the sheets type thing. We don't believe that should be out there.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Okay.
Because we're attracted to it. If I'm attracted to you, right, with that, I want to keep that hair.
Right. But just because that is your preference doesn't mean you having, not you, but someone having a wandering eye won't make that their partner feel some type of way.
Okay.
Because it's like, you just told me this is not what you want. You don't want a woman who's going to be out there being the freak in the street. Right. So then if she's wearing the inappropriate clothes in the streets and that's what's catching your eye, not these wholesome girls walking around here with the knee-length skirts and you dress, modestly, but the girls who are showing off everything, it's like, well, dang, you don't want me dressing like that, but you're looking at that. So I think the wandering eye definitely causes an issue because it's kind of like you're being a hypocrite. And it's like, yes, we understand attraction. We understand like things catch all of our eyes. But as your partner, it's like, I want you staring at me, like looking at me, making me feel beautiful, not checking out these other women, especially while you're with me. That's very disrespectful.
Once it goes in, like I said, I get the whole checking them out. That is too far. Because, when I was in school, I learned how the model, the video vixen came about. Like, she was just a spectacle. It's just marketing. Like, that's literally what it was called, like a spectacle. And that's why I'm saying, like, when those women are walking out wearing this type of stuff that was society driven, it's just like, he's kind of just, it's attraction, but it's like the marketing or something just colliding.
Because they know. And it's like, it's certain things, like I said, that should be mostly sacred or like just not always on display, but like everyone else was saying, everything is so hypersexualized, so it's everywhere.
Right.
So now it's just the norm to see people dressed in that way.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about society norms, right? Because you brought up something earlier. If a man doesn't want his partner, his wife, girlfriend, fiance, to wear revealing things, right? Should he be able to go to the pool with his shirt off? Should he be able to walk around with his shirt off? That's my question. And the crazy thing is, in my head, I don't believe that women sexualize, like actually view a man so sexual with his shirt off, like a woman, like a male would view a woman. And this just in my head.
Women do. Women.
But as much, you think? Like, is it that big of a thing to y'all? Like, you get what I'm saying?
It's not necessarily that it's that big of a thing. It depends, I think. And I feel like it's like whatever your attraction is. So like me, for example, I like six packs. I like right. Good, abs. Yeah. But, so like, let me think. I don't know if it's like how Stella got her groove back or something. But it's like you think of a scene, not when I just go to the beach and I see guys with abs, I'm like, ooh, nothing like that. But if you think of a scene and it's like the ice dripping down the guy's chest and stuff like that, like I feel like that's the way that like, it could be sexualized. Or like women, we like butts, like we like guy butts. So like if you see a guy with, a nice little rumpa in the back, some women will be like, oh yeah, like on what was it, Love and Basketball, she was like, I could lick the sweat off his booty.
So these things are not just movies then I mean
I've never said things like that. Yeah. But I know there's women who look at a man and then envision certain things and can sexualize him by his structure.
Have you come across women like that? You might not have said it, but have you come across women like that? Because I'm only trying to see how common that is.
Not in that like extreme sense. Right. But like may say like, oh yeah, like he looks good, or look at his abs, or look at his butt, but not like in the sense where like, oh yeah, I'm about to do X, Y, and Z.
And that's what I'm saying. So now when you talking to men, that's what's coming.
Hold on, because there's other women on here. I'm not the only one.
This is true.
So Antanya says, well you're wrong. You don't know the thoughts that run through a woman's mind. Laugh out loud. Hey, Ciasia.
What's up, Ciasia?
Ciasia says, at a pool, it's a different setting. Modesty typically can be fortified when at the pool.
Forfeited?
Oh, forfeited. Thank you. When at the pool, man or woman.
Okay.
And then Mama J says, well, the shirt off, I don't care. But walking around with tight shorts showing his junk would be a definite hate you to the double hockey sticks. No. And I do like what Ciasia said, because sometimes it is based off of the setting on how you visualize certain things.
That's true.
Because at the pool, it's the norm for, now women are getting a little cray-cray with the type of bikinis they're wearing.
They've been like that for a while now.
Well, it has been for a while now, but like when we didn't go shopping for a while, and then we were looking for bathing suits, and it's like everything was like a thong bathing suit, or it was like super like V, like your whole
and that's,
lady parts were
and
out.
That's part of all of this stuff, though. You get what I'm saying? Is they're pushing certain type of things,
right? So, but now for most people, I'm sure it's probably some type of normal. However, you still got the men who will go to the beach intentionally just checking out things, just looking.
And you went straight to it. You said men do it. Like, I'm not going to say women don't do this, but
they might be laying back on their beach chair.
Yeah, but all right. So I guess my question is, how many women go out their way to be as perverted as a man does? I mean, maybe that's been like kind of programmed to us too, to think that men only do it. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, colleague.
Because you see where you got all these type of cases where men get caught up doing this. 9 times out of 10, if you registered pedophiles and sex offenders, I would be sure that majority of that list is men.
I think men maybe just lack more self-control in that area than women.
Okay.
So I think that women may have thoughts or may think certain things. We don't always have to express it, say it out loud. We don't have to do the most. Like,
not as extreme.
I feel like women just have more self-control.
Some. Some
women, yeah, and not all men are unable to control themselves.
Right.
So you're right, some. But you know, some men, it's just like, and then also for men, their reaction, like physically, is more noticeable than what a woman's reaction would be.
That's true.
You know, so you can actually see certain things on a man versus you can't see when a woman is more so aroused unless her headlights turn on or something.
Yeah. And I think, you know, y'all get tired of it before we do.
Tired of what?
Like just getting approached and all of that. I think y'all start looking for
some women love getting approached and love the attention.
Some do, but even it changes over time how they like getting approached. Men, I think when they're young, they're more extreme as far as really direct and just like don't care. You get what I'm saying? Do the hormones and like you said, just that physical side of things. They'll chase that more. I think.
Okay, you said hi to Khalid.
What's up, Khalid? Mama says, you'd be surprised. There are women out there trying to catch a man and can go to some extremes.
Yes, indeed.
She just said maybe it's due to women having or needing more of a mental attraction than physical.
Let's get into that in a second.
Okay. And Tanya says, I think that there are way more female sexual predators, but I feel like it's viewed different when the predator is a female.
Oh, let's get into that too. Okay, so two good points. Sissy Asian and Tanya brought up. So, as far as the like predator thing, I think that's true. A lot of people, especially when it comes to like rape and things like that, if a man says a woman raped him, a lot of people would not believe him.
Right.
And it's harder for a man because, for one, it's like you're supposed to be stronger, or why were you aroused? You know, like those different things. But
I wouldn't even say that. Because I feel like, you know, let's say if a guy came to me, right, even in my state now, right, unfortunately, I'm gonna have a real conversation after. But in the beginning, if he was like, yo, shorty raped me, I wouldn't take it serious. Like, it's not that I wouldn't believe that they did something. It's just I wouldn't take it serious like he's upset. If that makes sense.
Oh, so it's the mentality that a guy would want it regardless.
Yes. It's almost like thinking that he wanted it. You get what I'm saying? If he came to tell me that, like I said, at the age I'm at and maturity that I'm at now, I probably would still not think that, you know, off the top, I probably would be like, you know, whatever, like playing around, like something like that. But then if he kind of went on about it, then we're going to have a mature conversation about it. But I do think part of it is like, I don't really take it as serious.
Right. And that's kind of what I was saying. It's like when they say like, oh, but he was aroused, they're insinuating, well, you must have wanted it.
True.
And that's what Tanya said. Exactly. That's why they don't speak up. So I do agree. There are a lot of women, but that's not the narrative that's out there.
Right.
And that's not, you know, the movement of the Me Too's and all this other stuff. Is the things that women are doing where the man is actually a victim.
Right.
And then I want to touch on what Siaja said about women needing more of a mental attraction than physical. Ladies, in the comments, do you guys agree that we need more of a mental attraction than just a physical? Right? Yay or nay? Let's see.
What do you think?
Colleagues, what do I think?
Yeah.
I'm gonna read your thing in a second, colleague, or Saquon can. I agree. I do think like physical is important initially.
Right.
But sometimes like you could be turned off. Like I feel like this may be an assumption, but I feel like some guys can deal with women who are annoying, they don't really vibe with,
all because of their looks.
Just because of their looks, they'll stay. For me personally, that is a turn off. Like that takes your looks down a few notches.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, like your personality and the mental attraction is not there.
I agree. I might be a little different. I ain't about to be messing with you like that because of your looks. But
you know, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
I'm not. We might not about to. I'll keep you at, like before you is like if I was like that, I keep them at a distance if you're annoying and stuff like that. But some guys do not care about certain things just because of her looks. And then I have seen a lot of females just drop them like they were attracted to a guy initially, but so fast a guy could say something stupid and then that's it. Like just ruined the whole time.
Yeah.
So I have seen that for women. I haven't seen that for guys too much. If a guy think he about to do something or whatever the case may be, that's where his mind is at. She could say whatever she want to say, and his mind is still on his goal.
Right. And Khalid said he heard, there's some women who have fantasies of being raped. And unfortunately, that is true. There's a lot of people who have weird fantasies and different things. And
I'm pretty sure it's men out there that think the same
men
thing.
too. Yeah. So there's a whole another realm of people who live a different type of lifestyle.
And I wouldn't say, I mean, that's a different conversation.
Yeah, but yeah. All right. And then Camille Stair said, I wouldn't be interested if a guy had no depth to his personality and spirit. So I agree. Yes, it is. And I guess that's part of the attraction.
Yeah.
So like attraction is not just physical. You have like the mental attraction, the charismatic, like how are you? Like, your whole demeanor, like every part of that is a piece of your attraction pie.
Yeah, I think physical attraction is the initial piece for everyone.
Right.
But for women, it doesn't last as long as men. You need to look okay for them to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. And
right.
After they realize you look good, is well, how is he? Like, what's his mind like and stuff like that.
And sometimes a guy may not look the top tier to you, but after you talk to him, get to know him, and you start building this chemistry, he starts looking a little cuter.
Same for there's some girls out there that's like that too.
Yeah. So like when a guy starts talking to her, he grows more attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he won't talk to her like initially.
Right.
But being friends and stuff like that, initially after a while, the thing about times like that, I don't know if they grow an attraction though. Or it's just a comfortability. You get what I'm saying? Because how do you grow attracted to something like that?
Because
how do you like that? You don't become attracted to stuff that you don't like.
But maybe it's not that they didn't like it. Like, okay, there's people that you see and you're just like, okay, they're cool. Like they're not, unattractive to you or super attractive to you.
Yeah.
They're just there.
And it's something you never experienced. Because I could go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
And then there's people who you are just attracted to, like off the bat by looks. Yeah. And then there's people you're just not attracted to at all.
Right.
So I think sometimes it could be someone who you're just like, you don't think anything of, like you just see, as friends. But then as you build that chemistry and stuff, you start like, oh, what?
Because
okay, look at that chin line.
Yeah. Society actually builds sometimes what you think is attractive. So that is the case, I guess.
Yeah, society does, but that's not in the sense that I mean it. I just mean like, just personally, like, people like women who are attractive to you. And then, women who are just not attractive or, they're not unattractive or attractive. They're just like, well, maybe you don't, but I just feel like there's people who are cute to me. And then there's people who are just like, not like I wouldn't be like, oh, you're cute,
right?
But you're not ugly, but you're just like
I mean, no. So yeah, I get it, but I'm saying so after we grow in a relationship, now all of a sudden you cute to me.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden, like it's just like the chemistry and stuff. It's like now I'm seeing certain things in you that I didn't.
Chemistry don't make you cute to me. Like you already have to be some type of cute. You get what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, I'm okay. That might be your opinion, buddy. I'm just saying what I think. but that's what I was saying. Like where people can be friends with somebody and then grow that attraction.
Yeah, and the only reason why I was saying about society building that attraction is because, like, let's say me, for instance, right? Growing up, I never really, I was against the whole big girl thing, whatever, right? Growing up, immaturity. But it maybe if I ended up around one enough and became friends and stuff like that, that whole societal image that I had grown over time could fade away. Is what
and
you're
then
saying?
You could be attractive.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like part of it's societal, but part of it's also just what you like.
No, yeah, but yeah, part is society, part is what you like. But like, let's say, as far as the size of a woman and stuff like that, a lot of that is societal on what's acceptable and what's attractive.
Right. Because there's shorter men. Some shorter men won't date a taller woman.
Yeah, down to hair, color of the skin, size, all of that. That's kind of societal sometimes. So, I mean, that's what I was meaning by that.
Okay. Hi, up Michelle.
Hola.
She says his confidence, intelligence will keep my attention. Yes, looks may grab my attention, but his confidence, intelligence will keep it, maintain it. Tanya says, I think you start to look at them differently. So I think, that's where it comes to you just look at them differently when you get to know them on a deeper level.
Right.
And then Khalik, happy early birthday. We're still in January, sir.
Yes, can y'all just say happy birthday to him now? Let's get that out of the way. Because it really don't mean nothing with our baby on the way.
Don't say that.
I'm not going to say that. But happy early birthday. Because if my baby comes before that, I'm going to guarantee you I'll forget. Be picky as hell when it comes to...
So women, he's saying, let me translate.
Yeah, we're not going to show this on the screen. But
Khalik says that women are picky when it comes to women. Oh, he's saying the baby is born on the 7th.
It's February 6th.
He knows, but he's saying she's coming on his birthday.
Yeah, before or after.
But yeah, she's going to be born on my G-Day. But yeah, people have their standards.
They do.
So then that's another thing. Some people have standards. I actually seen a post today on Facebook, and this woman was saying, she was like, ladies, don't say, there's no good men to date out here. She was like, you got to find a man who's
under
5'8" and chubby. She was like, if you broaden your horizons of your dating pool, she was like, you'll think dating is fun. And we laugh, but in a sense it's true. Like sometimes, it's okay to have standards. I do believe, if you don't want a man who smokes, drinks, parties all the time, or a man who walking around with holes in his shirt or doesn't brush his teeth, you have your standards, okay?
Right.
But sometimes our standards are so strict that we can miss a good thing right in front of us.
That's true.
You almost lost one. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's true. Not almost lost one because I got my mind together. But it's true, and I'm an example of that. Just as much as Khalik may think that women were picky with men, I was picky like that with women. Down to I knew what I wanted. I just had I knew what I wanted because I don't think it's really what I positively wanted. It's just society. I know mine was based off society. So I just had these things that I just wanted based off society things, and that's based what I was chasing.
You hear in music
and seeing. And some of it is what you see too. Based off environment.
But listen.
But it made me somewhat, let's say, shallow when I leave that one small area, that one little demographics where I'm thinking that I want this certain type of girl. Well, I realized over time I didn't want that girl mindset, that where these demographics was coming from. I didn't want certain type of behaviors.
Right.
So I had to realize actually what I was looking for and what I actually wanted, what actually made me happy and things like that. And I had to realize that these standards that I had, that I was trying to keep somebody in this little rubric, was really kind of hindering what I was actually wanting.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Because you'll never find. But no, and it's the same thing with some people who like say, okay, so and so has to make at least this amount of money.
Yeah.
And one thing I used to always think about is, because like your parents want you to date a doctor and someone super rich, make sure you're taken care of. And like my thought used to always be, like when you see it on TV or hear it, it's like, well, that same doctor can be out there cheating on you, or it could be physically abusing you. Like, just because they meet these checks on, they check off these things on the box, it doesn't mean that they're a good fit. Yes, they could have an 800 credit score. They could have a 6-figure job. They could, say, oh, well, you don't have to work. I'll take care of everything, or I'll pay for everything, but treat you like dirt.
Why do you think that's the one thing that as we sat here and talked about, looks will go, right? Intellect and all of that. A man can ruin that. What is it about the money thing that a woman could stay longer than, you know what I'm saying? With all of that.
It's security, and it's a lifestyle. It's something, especially if you never had it. I think for some women, it's like you're comfortable. And it's like, do you want to give this up and go back to what you was doing? So for some women.
But are you comfortable?
You're comfortable with the materialistic things.
Yeah.
You're comfortable going to the 5-star restaurant.
You can't see yourself parting with those things.
The diamonds, yes, the diamond, 5-star, whatever, hotels and things of that nature.
Right.
So I think some women deal with it because they're just they like the things that come along with it.
Right. Khalik says, a shorty be OD with they ish. Meaning, I guess they be overboard, for people that don't know what that means. Stir-fried frog. I remember that. Cieja says, attraction can be learned. You may not be aware of what all you're attracted to. And Camille says, that's so true, Cieja. And that's what I was getting at. I think you don't really know. Like, something we've been talking about a lot lately is, are you really who you are after living with your family for all these years, or something like that? If you never leave your family and take a break, are you who you are, or are you who they designed?
Right.
Were you programmed to like things that they like, or like the things that your demographics like, or your surroundings and your atmosphere like?
Yes, that's why I tell people, you got to travel. You got to get out of your state. You got to go.
Yeah.
Because it's such a small world when you just stay in one area.
Yeah.
And your mind expands, your perspective expands so much when you move or when you go travel.
And do different things.
Yeah, and do different things. So I agree that sometimes you don't truly know fully who you are or what you're attracted to, like Cieja was saying, because you don't have that experience. Like, one thing I'll tell you, like, I'm grateful for my mom, is because she made sure I had experiences. Now, she made sure I had experiences so that no guy could come to me with the money and try to just make me, fall for me. Yeah, because it's like, been there, done that, sir. I traveled internationally. Thank you. But she made sure I had these experiences, which really opened my perspective. It really, really made me understand, like, wow, I can go to all these different countries and still have things in common with these people who we don't even speak the same language. Like, it really just made me more of a well-rounded person, I believe, because of those experiences.
Yeah.
So
I believe the same thing. Coming from being in New York, Virginia, and Arizona, just these 3 places, I see the just these 3 places, I could see the difference of how people are and things like that. I don't know why it's blurry.
I don't know why we're blurry, guys. We'll come back.
But I got to see the difference. Even being here, for instance, I wouldn't have gotten to the health thing.
Right.
Vegan, vegetarian, those type of things. I wouldn't have experienced without being here. You get what I'm saying? And being here, it kind of made it a little bit more, what I want to say. It was more acceptable here.
Yeah, it is. And you go back home and, I'll never forget this comment someone said about me needing to gain weight. But it's a different environment. So when you're used to seeing people who are thicker and things of that nature, and then you see little Slim Jim me come, then it's like, yeah, you can put a little bit of meat on your bones.
Yeah.
But it's a different mindset and mentality.
Completely. Oh my gosh. I seen the picture of myself.
That's why I was laughing.
Oh man. Like, it's crazy. I didn't even realize how much, like, I may have weighed before. Mm-hmm. But I seen the picture of myself. I didn't even know it was me.
Yeah, he was looking a little chunky in the face.
Yeah.
That happened to me when I went to Europe, though.
But coming out here, literally just moving to Arizona, like, I might have shed, like, what? 15, 20 pounds. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even that big. Mm-mm. It was all just because of lifestyle and not and being around certain stuff.
Yes. And Khalik said that's why he left Virginia.
Congrats.
Yes. Watana said, you aren't who you truly are until you take time for yourself completely. I learned that the hard way, and I truly enjoy my alone time.
Yes. Beautiful. That is, alone time is important. Mm-hmm. My G says, you are well cultured, beautiful. I love you.
Love you too.
Yeah, she think everybody else not cultured though. Khalik says, I can honestly say that I've been doing better since I left.
So proud of you, Khalik. Yes. Love it. Yes.
Long time coming. And though it feels good.
I know.
Watana says, y'all speaking facts though. Thank you. The highlight of my day.
Oh,
yes, you're welcome and thank you.
Hi, Aunt Marie.
Hey.
Happy New Year to you as well. And she says, please forgive her tardiness. You look problem. Great, Mom to be. Thank you. Soon she's coming.
Yeah, she'll be here any day
now. Any day now. So glad to be back. Same. I'm glad you guys are all doing well. And Mommy says, you two are going to have the most cultured princess.
Oh, boy. Tell me about it.
Oh, yes.
Tell me about it.
We're going to ignore you, Khalik. you just always got to push it.
Yeah. Let's reframe that. I guess there's a lot more people out there fishing the sea too for people when you get to move and you get to experience other things,
Yeah.
You get to experience other people, other mindsets.
Yes. And then just like like Ciaja Wantana was saying, it's just like you get to learn more about yourself. Yes. Because you're out of your comfort zone. You don't have that safety net. Like your family's always going to be there for you, but it's just like now I'm uncomfortable. So now I get to really truly learn who I am. I get to make connections with people who have no connection to anyone else around me, and really go out there, try new things, and you just build yourself up so much by leaving and trying new things. So
yes, you do. Yes. We kind of really went from the topic.
We did, but it's a good combo.
But I did want to ask y'all, do you guys think that you should wear stuff that, you could wear, women could wear what they want, but should they wear something that attracts their man?
Yeah.
They should.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think both ways.
Both ways, though.
Yeah. It's like if I want to look good for you. Like, I look good for myself, but I want to look good for you, too.
Right.
I wouldn't want you to be like, oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Like, I want you to be like, dang, let me spin you around, girl.
So he should be able to come to you, though, and say, hey, I'm not really feeling that, or something like that.
Yeah, and it still may
the right communication.
Right, because it still may leave a little sting, especially if you thought you was doing something. You thought this little cute little fit, and then he's like, ooh, what's that? You're like, oh, okay. But no, I definitely think so. Like you said, good communication. But I think it's even nice, like sometimes if your man picks out this like cute dress or whatever, or a nice outfit, and it's like, honey, we're going on a date tonight. Put this little thing on I got for you, and like we're gonna have a great night. Right. Like I think that is romantic. I think it's great and it's healthy.
Yeah, you know what?
What?
Nothing.
Oh, but yeah, I think it's healthy.
Because
I
I
think
do
it's
stuff like
romantic.
that.
Yeah. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And Mama J said, yes, we are going to have a cultured little baby. And then
Absolutely. Just keep it classy.
keep it classy. And then
And
Aunt Marie.
of course, it's a time and place.
Yeah. And it's just all about intent too. I
Right.
think intention is huge. Like if you just want me to, if you just think you're going to dress me because you think I'm some type of Barbie doll that you just gonna, this is what I want you in every day. Like that's a little different.
Right.
But if it's like, you know, no, I'm doing something nice. I really think you'll look good in this. You know, obviously this is the type of style I like or I'll be attracted to.
Just because you're doing something nice. No. So I'm saying in the sense like maybe she don't wear.
Like she doesn't have style or something.
Yeah. You know, and she letting herself go.
Oh, she's letting herself go.
Yeah.
And so you go to her and you say, you know, hey, hun.
Yeah, you know, you ain't been sprucing yourself up like that. You know, like I said, better communication because I wouldn't say it like that.
Yes, you would. You be like, girl, you ain't been sprucing yourself up.
But
No,
you know, let's say,
like maybe after the children, because I could see this happening.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's a good one.
After having children and being run ragged by them little cute little babies.
Yeah, so
and you just like you want to be comfy.
Yeah, so that's a big part is the comfy thing. So yes. What if it's like maybe I'm tired of seeing you in the gown. Because that's a perfect one.
Right. Hi, Aunt Maria. She said amen to the culture beautiful baby.
Yes.
So
but yeah, you get what I'm saying?
No. And I get what you're saying because it's like in one hand, it's like you understand, right? She's tired. She just wants to be comfortable. She doesn't get time to herself. On the other hand, it's like you still want to be attracted to your wife. Right. So I still don't think there's anything wrong with that. And just coming and having a conversation and be like, you know, honey. Well, and for one, I think it's like, make sure you're doing your part to take some of the load off.
You do.
And you could be like, hey, hun, I want you to have a self-care day.
Yeah, clip your toenails. Take a nice bath. Soak. Get your hair did.
Yeah, but
ponytail fine.
Yeah, but it's like I also want you to feel beautiful. And
I
want you to
take care of yourself.
Yeah, and because especially for women, they lose themselves. They're taking care of everybody.
That's where I think the love transfers. I think the love transfers. They don't think about themselves as much sometimes.
Right. Yes. And that's just, I think, a nurturer type of thing.
Right.
It's like you're so busy taking care of everybody else that sometimes you fall short with taking care of yourself.
Yes.
And so as the husband, as the partner, it's good to remind her to say, you deserve to be taken care of too. You deserve to feel pretty too. Because I see videos where some women just like, I just wanted to feel pretty today, so I put on makeup. Or, you know, like I did my hair. Something small, but it's like, I just wanted to feel beautiful again. Because their day-to-day is just wrapped around their families.
Yes, it is.
So I agree. I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. It doesn't have to be like a date night or anything like that.
Right.
But it can just be like, you know, hun, or what do you need me to do so that you can take care of you more or things like that, or just saying how you feel, like, hey, you've been wearing these gowns, you know, on the daily, and I understand that they're comfortable, but I just miss seeing you in this,
right?
Or I just miss, you know, seeing, you know, just be honest, but also realize, like, be honest, but be understanding to the why as well. I think that would be the biggest part in that instance.
Okay. Well, that probably wrap it up.
Yes, you guys. Oh, we missed you all.
Yes. Yeah, and we're trying to do more stuff for y'all, and this will probably push it, but I really want to know.
What you have to ask? Go ahead.
I really want to know what's another topic of a show that we could create for y'all. Past relationships and communication. What do you guys think that our community needs to flourish? Yeah. Yes, business is one. We already know that one. But besides business and communication, what can we do for you guys and not just for you, everybody. What can we do to help
our community?
Yeah, to help our community, bring families together, and just bridge the gap for everything as far as our community. That's therapy instead of incarceration.
Hey, Henry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mental health. What's up, Annery? So I guess if we only gonna get one one suggestion.
You just asked her.
But yeah,
let
I
know. Let him roll in. Sometimes it lag.
That's true. But yeah, being that we want to have the baby soon and everything like that, I do kind of want to financial discussion, gun control. Okay, gun control. That's a good one.
Finances is good. It'll be mixed in with like the business stuff.
Right.
Yes.
So therapy, the weed industry, to bring our community together, Khalid, the weed industry.
That could be wrapped into business, maybe.
I like the gun control thing because that is a problem in our community.
Right.
Along with the therapy instead of incarceration. Yeah, we need more straps, definitely.
We need to be
educated. We need to be more educated when it comes to firearms.
Yes, for sure. Property purchasing. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Okay.
Good ideas, guys. Thank you.
Yes. Soon we're looking to possibly have a case study to kind of create a new show. So maybe we'll all be having a Zoom one day to where we all sit down and just get to discuss some things or what we think could bring our families together.
Yeah.
And just empower us as individuals. So until then, we will keep you guys posted. We pretty much have everybody's number.
Yes, we appreciate you all for joining us tonight and spending your evening with us on our Thursday evening chat. This was a wonderful conversation.
Perfect conversation.
It was just a great way to start our first podcast of 2022.
Yes, and Happy New Year to everybody that we didn't get to say that to already.
Yes, we're so grateful that you guys are all doing well and were able to join us tonight. Please make sure that you comment, or we've been commenting, like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already.
And if you haven't liked this video, make sure you like this video.
Yes, please. And then also, if you do have any other suggestions or anything comes to mind, you can always email us at thepowertrippodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook at the Powertrip Podcast as well as Instagram. And like Honey said, we're growing the brand. Well, mostly him because I'll be here. I'll still be here.
Yeah, you'll still see her.
Yes, but just definitely want to grow and also expand the different things that we're talking about. We love our conversations that we have here, and we pray that it does, inspire and help expand everyone's perspectives and just help us all grow and become better. Definitely helps us and our marriage.
Oh, man. I mean, go ahead and ask your question, but you're right. It really does.
Oh, I was like, what? Oh, yeah. Yes.
It's helped us a lot.
Definitely. Yeah. And it's great to hear other sides. Oh, no, colleague, we're not saying the baby's name. Baby Z.
Baby Z. That's what we're going with for right now. That's her name for you until she is born.
Then everybody will know her name.
Yes.
Well, we love you guys too.
Yes, we do. We love y'all. We missed you guys.
Y'all. Yes, we missed all of you, and we're so glad that you came back.
Yes, we are.
All right, until next time.
Deuces, people.
That's why we're leaving.
Exactly.